Welcome to our cozy little corner of the world where the sun dips into the sea and the stars twinkle like diamonds. Tonight, we'll sail across the sparkling waters of the Mediterranean to the enchanting islands of ancient Greece where myths and legends come alive. Inspired by the rich culture of Greece, our tale is part of the timeless Greek Odyssey collection. Let's begin our journey to Calypso's island, a place of wonder and magic where adventure awaits.
Calypso's Island. The terrible storm sent by the sun god had drowned all of Odysseus's men. Odysseus had survived, hanging on to the broken mast of his boat. The winds carried him away till he reached Calypso's beautiful island. Calypso was a fair-haired, starry-eyed nymph who lived on an island filled with flowers. The most beautiful spot on the island was Calypso's cave. Tall alder and poplar trees grew abundantly around it. Long-legged seabirds built their nests among the fragrant cypress trees. Clear water trickled down from the streams nearby and kept the meadows lush and green. On either side of the cave, beds of violet and sweet mint blossomed. The cave was cool and shadowy, and vines hung over its entrance. An enchanting fragrance of cedar and sandalwood came from within. When Odysseus landed there, he was struck by the beauty of the place. After days of hanging on to the mast of his ship and being cast around by the mighty waves, this island seemed like paradise to him. "It is so peaceful here. I think I will rest for a while," he thought to himself. When Calypso met Odysseus, she was enchanted by him. She wished to keep him on the island with her forever. She had a loom on which she would weave. She sat at it and began to sing a haunting melody as she moved to and fro, weaving over her loom with a golden shuttle. This song cast a spell on Odysseus. He started to live lazily and spent his time lying around the enchanted island. 7 years passed this way. Soon after this, Odysseus began to feel sad and restless. He longed to go back to his home at Ithaca and be reunited with his wife Penelope and his son Telemachus. He began to morosely walk along the shore, wearing the enchanted garments that Calypso had given him, and gazed longingly towards Ithaca. He wished for a ship to come and rescue him, but unfortunately no ship ever came that way. He tried to think of a plan to help him escape this island, but the past 7 years had made him lazy, and he could not think of anything. Day after day, homesickness tore at him, and he shed many bitter tears. At last he saw the true colours of Calypso, who had imprisoned him on her island by casting a spell on him with her songs. She looked ugly to him now, and he hated her for what she had done to him. But still she would not let him go. Odysseus continuously prayed to the gods. His patron goddess Athena, who heard his earnest prayers, begged the chief god, Zeus, to help release Odysseus from the spell. Zeus agreed and decided to send his messenger, Hermes, to Calypso's island. One day, as Calypso sat singing a magical song and weaving upon her loom, a shadow fell on the doorway. She recognized Hermes and understood that the mighty god Zeus had sent a message for her. "Calypso," said Hermes, "Zeus has asked you to release Odysseus immediately, for the goddess Athena wishes it." Calypso tried to argue with him, for she did not wish to send Odysseus away, but Hermes would not listen. He delivered his message and vanished with a flash of his tiny wings. Calypso sat with her head bowed. She knew that the chief god's instructions had to be followed, no matter how much she wished not to. She left her cave and walked to the edge of the water, where she found a sad Odysseus. "Enough of your tears. Dry them," she said. "I am going to send you home. Get up and I shall help you build a raft." Odysseus did not believe her words. Looking seawards, he said bitterly, "Why do you mock me? How can I travel upon the cruel sea on a frail raft? I am sure that you are plotting my ruin." But Calypso assured him that it was not her intention to cause him harm. Once again she asked him to stay with her forever. She promised him immortality and said that she could make him remain young and strong forever, like the gods. She also told him that if he knew of the troubles that he would face when he left her island, he would never wish to leave. But Odysseus only said, "I have had troubles, and the thought of them no longer frightens me. I have survived through the most difficult of them. Now I would only like to go home." Then Calypso knew that nothing she would do or say would change his mind. She took him to the forest where all the finest timbers were and gave him tools to work with. Odysseus cut down 20 of the driest trees so that they would float. He then trimmed them with an axe and smoothed them skillfully so that they were all of the same size. Then he took a tool called an auger and drilled holes into each of the logs. He fastened them together with pins and crossbeams. He raised the sides of the raft with long timber pieces. He shaped one of the long logs into a mast and raised it above the raft to support a sail. He made a rudder, too, to steer the raft. He then sealed the underside of the raft with willow strips to keep the water out. Calypso brought him a cloth to make a sail, and he readied that as well. On the 4th day, all the work was complete, and the raft was ready. Calypso placed on it a goat's skin of water and another filled with wine. She also gave him a sack full of food and other things that she knew Odysseus liked. Odysseus used a heavy pole as a lever and pushed the heavy raft down to the water. As it was launched, he jumped aboard and spread his sail before the breeze. Calypso waved him goodbye with a heavy heart, but Odysseus was overjoyed that he could finally leave the enchanted island and make his way home. The end.
As we conclude Calypso's Island from our Greek Odyssey collection, remember that kindness and bravery can lead to incredible adventures and discoveries. Download the Storywaves app from Apple or Android app stores to explore more stories from this collection and cultures around the world. A Storywaves subscription costs less than $1 a month, making it one of the most affordable ways to bring quality stories to your family. All new stories are available on the Storywaves app, and the most exciting content is only available on the app. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Storywaves on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify for updates on upcoming content. Thank you warmly for watching.